Welcome to a new episode on DHD Learn English. I'm Dang, and today, I want to share something very personal. Have you ever felt like you're working incredibly hard, but your life just stays the same? 6 months ago, that was me. I was exhausted, my English wasn't improving as fast as I wanted, and I felt stuck in a boring routine. I realized that I didn't need a massive revolution, I needed tiny evolutions. So, I committed to 5 small habits. I didn't think they would do much, but 6 months later, everything is different. The first habit is what I call the 60-second rule. It's incredibly simple. If a task takes less than a minute to complete, do it immediately. Think about it: washing a coffee cup, hanging up your jacket, or replying to a quick text. We often let these tiny things pile up until they become a mountain of mental stress. By doing them instantly, I kept my room and my mind clear. For my English learners out there, apply this to your vocabulary. If you see a new word and it takes 60 seconds to look it up, do it now. Don't wait. That instant action builds a brain that is wired for success. The second change was my digital sunset. We live in a world where our phones are the first thing we see in the morning and the last thing we see at night. 6 months ago, I decided to stop. No screens 30 minutes before bed. Instead, I picked up a physical book, usually an English one. This didn't just help me sleep better, it allowed my brain to process information without the blue light distraction. When you sleep well, your memory improves, and your ability to learn a new language doubles. Thirdly, I started the 2-sentence gratitude journal. Every night, I wrote down just 2 sentences in English. One thing I was grateful for and one thing I achieved. It sounds small, right? But it forced my mind to hunt for the good things during the day. Instead of complaining about what I didn't have, I started celebrating what I did have. This habit turned my learning stress into learning joy. When you are happy, your second brain works much more efficiently. The fourth habit is my secret weapon for English: shadowing for 5 minutes. I stopped trying to study grammar for hours. Instead, I took a podcast like this one, listened to a native speaker, and repeated exactly what they said for just 5 minutes while I was making breakfast. Consistency is always better than intensity. Doing 5 minutes every single day for 6 months improved my pronunciation more than years of traditional classes ever did. Finally, the fifth habit is hydration and sunlight. Every morning, before checking my phone, I drink a big glass of water and stand by the window for 5 minutes. This biological reset tells my body that the day has started. It gives me the energy to focus on my deep work later on. You cannot build a version 2.0 of yourself if you are running on an empty tank. Looking back, these habits were too small to fail. That's why they worked. If you feel stuck today, don't try to change your whole life tomorrow. Just pick one of these 5 habits. Start so small that it's impossible to say no. 6 months from now, you will look back and realize that these tiny steps were actually the biggest leaps you ever took. Thank you for listening to DHD Learn English. I'm Dang, and I believe in your journey. Keep showing up, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode.